What's up, guys? Welcome to Rimworld. Is there anything worth talking about before we get started here? Trying to think here. I don't think there is. I know that we finally made it to Friday, thank God. I don't know about you guys, man, but this week for me was a little long. It wasn't a horrible week, but it just wasn't one of those kinds of weeks that I guess really went by very quick, you know? It seemed like October lasted forever. I don't know if any of you guys did much for Halloween, but I didn't, and I never really do, man. I guess I was one of those people that kind of grew out of that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm better or anything because of it, because I kind of miss some stuff of it, you know, like parties and hanging out with friends or family and just acting like a goofball and having fun. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you guys did do any of that kind of stuff, hope you guys had a good time, stayed safe, didn't didn't eat any candy that had poison in it or anything like that. Because I know that there's some weirdos out there, man. You never know what you're gonna run into, you know. Oh man, ah fuck. Let's get into this stupid Halloween crap. I don't know. I can't even really remember the last. Uh, well, actually, I can. I remember the last Halloween party I attended. It was my sister's boyfriend's place. They mostly had like family and stuff over there at their place, and everybody was kind of goofing around. Um, I I never get trick or treaters though. I'm kind of glad about that because my house I've made concerted special efforts not to really get to know my neighbors very well, and I mean, I don't try to be a dickhead or anything to anybody. It's just that I don't want to be bothered. You know, I value my privacy, and so I'm kind of happy that I never get trick or treaters because I'd be kind of embarrassed if any of them came by because I wouldn't have any candy to give them. So I don't really know. I don't eat candy, man. I try to, and looking at me, you know, I'm I won't go and say that I'm some sort of super athlete or anything, but I feel like I'm pretty fit though, especially for a full time programmer, you know. And I mean, goddamn, I probably spend how many hours do I spend? I'd probably spend every bit of let me see here, basically 8 hours at work. I get home at basically about 6. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes about 16 hours a day in front of my computer. Now, on either Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, or well, actually, mostly just 2 days a week now. Um, I go over there to one of our rec center gyms and stuff and work out and jog after the workout. And after work, I usually go get some groceries and stuff like that. But besides that, though, man, I'm usually in front of my computer. So I mean, I, I have a pretty strong focus on physical activities and stuff. Not as much as active as I used to be, and I'll probably wind up changing that. I'll probably try to get a lot more active in time, but COVID really kind of derailed stuff, because there for a while I was going over there to the gym every day and sometimes twice a day. And then of course COVID happened and shit was always getting closed down or some sort of crap like that. So it got to a point of inconvenience and everything. And it just got to a point where I kind of felt like I had to do my own thing outside of the gym. And through time, that kind of got to a point to where everything got derailed. But the reason I'm bringing all this up is just because I just, despite the fact that I don't work out as much as I used to, I do work out a lot still, and I don't eat candy or unhealthy shit, or at least I try not to, Usually the only kind of stuff that I eat that's somewhat unhealthy is either something that I have for dinner or my coffee. Because I drink about 2 cups of coffee a day. Um, and of course I put a little bit of sugar in it, and that's about it though. Well, that and milk. But I do drink whole milk, and usually each day I have maybe about 2 or 3 sodas, cans of sodas, to go with my supper and stuff. But besides that, man, that's about really the only kind of stuff I usually eat that's, you know, somewhat unhealthy. Anyway, I don't know. How did we even get on this topic, or how did I get on this subject? Oh, Halloween. Yeah, so I don't do Halloween, man. I don't really do a whole lot of any holidays, really, to be honest with you. Uh, in a way, it's kind of lonely, kind of sucks from that perspective. But in general, though, it's actually kind of peaceful because you don't have to fuck around with people, and for the most part, people leave you alone. And that's I kind of the older I get, the more I prioritize that or value that more than I do tradition. And of course, some of that is because I'm single too. Because whenever you're with a partner, you have the tendency of doing more like holiday stuff. The guy, whenever he's alone, has the tendency of wanting to just be on his own and do his own thing. But of course, the chick, she's always the one that's wanting to do that kind of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it, man. I'm not knocking any of that or anything like that. It's just kind of the way the dichotomy works between the sexes. I still wonder what in the hell happened to this other tree that I planted, because I had one over here, and I'd bet everything I've got that little son of a bitch probably ate it. I bet everything I have that's what happened to it. It's kind of, that pisses me off too, to be honest. What's this? Oh. So anyway, yeah, if you celebrated Halloween or whatever, I hope you had a good one. So let's get into this. Now, we just started the game, so expect a conduit explosion at any point in time. Or some sort of catastrophe. You know how it goes, man. It's fucking Rimworld for you. So the weekend is here, and what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? It goes without saying that we need to make it through winter. Oh, and by the way, if you weren't here during the last episode, we wound up with a we say excuse me, we saved someone. This person named Rin, 24, and get this, she's a 24-year-old nurse who just so happens to be a Neanderthal. try to try to work that out. But yeah, she's a 24-year-old Neanderthal nurse who's incapable of violence. That's like, I don't know what kind of combo that is, man, but that's one hell of a thing. But that being said, though, we saved her. It was it was one of those missions where the person somehow found a way to escape a thing, and she managed to find a radio or some sort of stuff like that. So now, how many colonists do we have? We've got 44 colonists, and I think maybe 2 people might be pregnant. So we're rapidly expanding, man. Um, yeah, we need to make it through winter, and I need to buy myself some time to let these moisture pumps get done pumping what's necessary so that we can finish off this piece of this wall over here. And there's like one block over here that's triggering my neurosis. It's this one right here. I don't think it's ready yet. No. And in between then and now, I think it might make sense to start laying down. I've been thinking about using slate. I don't know if I want that or not, but the reason I kind of thought I might use slate is just because of the ample amounts that we have. I don't know what these are, though. Those are marble. It's marble. It's marble. Maybe it might make more sense to use marble. I don't know, man. Just don't know. We do have a shit ton of marble laying around. So maybe we should use that. And I think marble might wind up actually having a higher aesthetic value than slate. I don't know if I can see that or not. Here's marble. Let me see here. Beauty, -8. Um, hmm. I'm assuming a negative value just sucks, right? That's marble, and this is slate. It shows -8 as well. Slate is a -2 on cleanliness. Marbles, so they're kind of the same. Maybe there might be a difference in hit points. Flammability, I don't know. 300, 0%. Dude, no, that was the piece of that I was looking at. The piece, 0%. Fuck. I don't know. God, stuff is so. It's all -8 and 2. Out of curiosity, what's the last deal like? Doesn't really say. Hmm. I don't know, man. Do not know. Wait. Okay, let's give this another try here. So slate 110%. See here. 10%. 135. There we go. Okay, so marble would be better as far as aesthetics are concerned. But I'm out of my own curiosity, though. I'm now curious about if this says anything. Beauty is 100%. Interesting. Okay, then. I think I'm going to go ahead and use marble. I'm going to marble the entire thing. I think. So if we start... we do this. You know, I think it might make sense to expand the main animal pen out just a few blocks out. That way we could make it all one kind of big square that's all connected, and still have the advantages of. Well, I don't know. I mean, I can see the advantages of having different pins too, though. Let's see if we do. What makes most sense in this? Should I do this? Now, if I put the fence row like a few spaces above, and then just make the square like that, that would mean then that I could still have the advantages of having one single big massive pin on the outside. But see, by doing that though, I'm gonna have to build around those uranium slug turrets, and I had planned on having those go uh, double around the entire outer ring. So that's the one thing that's kind of a flawed aspect to this, man. Not sure how I want to go about trying to resolve that. So if we do that, let's see what that would look like here. Pause it for a second. Did two like this. That would mean then that we would want to do at minimum kind of like that far out, and then just basically make the entire square like that. Should we do it? Because I like the idea of having one massive pin still. I don't think I want to give that up. Regardless of what we're doing with all this crap, I still think I still like the advantages of having that. And I mean, I was always planning on having something like that, but as soon as I saw these spaces here, I began to kind of question whether or not maybe I should just have 4 like corner big pins, you know? I don't think I want to do that though, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and gate right there. Okay, there's that. There's that. I'm going to take care of this at some point. There's that. The one thing that's going to kind of throw this through the loop here is, okay, yeah, I'm gonna really wish Core had boats. That'd be really neat. That and like a fishing mechanic or something. Okay, where's that? Interesting. I didn't know that you could use like storage configurations with those. That's the first time I'm seeing that. Hmm, interesting. Let's just get rid of all that. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna need a column. Okay, wait. Go ahead and make one just to be safe. Build out here first. These damn things. I'm hoping I can take this down now without suffering any type of penalties with anything. Because I know that when you build those things in the missions or whatever, they say that you're supposed to keep them up for a certain amount of time, but I can't remember how long this damn thing's been built. And so I guess I'm just gonna risk it, man. Because I'm so sick and tired of looking at these stupid things. What's this, Jade? So Structure. Bridge. Let's take that. It's gonna take a while to get that built, I think, but I think it's all gonna be worth it, man. It's just it's really nice having an enclosed major pin like this. Once that major pin gets built, we'll deconstruct then the old wall, the old fence. Get that done and out of the way. Okay, and with this design now, I'll have basically enough space for my slug turrets. Now, the only problem with this, the whole slug turret thing is for moments when I come up to spots like this, that's going to be a weak point. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but we'll figure something out. Maybe we can like build like a, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to mess with it, I guess. I don't know, man. Okay, charge rifles. Rock on. Okay. Now, I want to look at something real quick because I think I actually kind of forced Rin, which I didn't really want her to be forced into having to wear something. I think everybody else is fine though. See here, chop wood. Okay, we have quite the assortment of animals. Thankfully, they're frozen, so that's good. Or save, because I don't want to have to re-enter in those damn fence plans. Ah, there we go. Why does... I wish I understood why this little line always seems to kind of like be a thing around this tree. I don't understand this tree. Ready to harvest, focus effect impacts. Okay, let's see if we can't figure this out real quick. A rare tree with warm, skin-smooth bark and long iridescent leaves infused with bioluminescent microorganisms, anima trees develop a unique form of psychic symbiosis with surrounding life forms, allowing them to grow in a wide variety of biomes. If a person, psychaster or not, meditates near an anima tree, it will grow anima grass around its base. Once enough grass is grown, it becomes possible to carry out a psychic linking ritual with the tree and upgrade a person's psychic powers. Oh, really? Only tribal peoples know the secret of this ritual. Tribal psychcasters are also able to draw psych focus from anima trees while meditating to them. Anima trees' psychic properties are weakened if artificial structures are placed nearby. They refuse to be caged or studied and must remain part of nature. Most tribes believe that anima trees are not simply trees, but are rather the physical extremities of a single world spirits. Okay. Well, I don't give a shit. We cutting that mofo down. Why was I even coming over here? I don't remember. Cool. think what I'm going to do is just mine all of this out of the way. Just get it out of here. On here. We got kind of have a buildup of muffalo and horses and cows, man. I tell you, whenever the next bulk trader comes around, we are gonna offload some shit because we've got way too much animals or too many animals. I didn't realize I had this many, but now that I have them all in one spot, I'm. It's like I can see them and I can see just how many I have. So we're gonna fix that, especially with the muffalo, man. Just my God, look at all these. I didn't realize I had this many. Insane. And what the hell has happened with that? Let's just have him do that now. Because I don't want them to get that, whatever they call that disease. Yeah, another thing that happened last episode, if you weren't here to watch it, a substantial majority, well, a number of people in the colony wound up contracting gut worms. And I've had that before with colonists, and it just takes a while to get past. But it can cause problems, though, from the standpoint of your colonists needing to eat more food as a result. It's just kind of a pain in the ass, really. Okay, we need to do something here. Putting those. That's rather irritating. I've got critical on here. I've got. Ooh, okay. Wish I would have known that. Remembered it at least. It's beginning to piss me off. This could be interesting. Come on, man. Give me some shit that's actually worth doing stuff for. Doing that. I'm not going to do any more of that kind of crap until I see some stuff that's actually worth happening. Look at all these freaking animals, man. It's getting nuts. I need to fix that. I didn't realize he had to do that. I mean, I think I know why I made it like this, because I didn't want them tracking in a bunch of animal crap, you know, but it's kind of silly that they have to go all the way out there like that. Well, the good news is that we're finally beginning to get through winter. Bad news is that we don't have our main pin anywhere remotely close to being done. So we're going to have to step up progress on that, I think. Actually, cancel that. Okay, now it's the... Once they get going on it, though, I think it'll be a pretty quick build. Very rarely it takes very long to make stuff like this. Stop yawning, man. This is going to be an issue. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm getting to a point where I'm almost close to saying screw these things as well as those things and just going all in on the chem fuel power generator. Like, for example, if let's just look at this for a second. If I get my planner tool out, so I'm thinking like doing something like this. Like, okay, so let's break this up into a set of rooms. Break this up into a set of rooms, and there will be like we can use these for something. I just don't know what. That's the thing that's killing me, because I'm trying to sit here and figure all of this out, and I told myself that at one point I was going to try to break some of the stuff up into like a rec room. But the more I think about those chem fuel power generator things, the more I'm beginning to wonder if I should maybe like divvy up some of this for nothing but chem fuel power generators. You know what I'm saying? And then like I'd say if I did something like used only this, damn it, get the thing out. If I used, let's say that was one room, I could put a shit ton of those things in there. Okay, we can do that. How many could I fit in there if I did something like that? Oh my god. Can you imagine? Yeah, we're gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that, man. So what we'll do is we'll start okay, this is beginning to kind of get interesting. God damn it. Clicked. Okay, we're gonna do something like that, I think. But let's get done with this stupid fence first, and then we'll get going on that other stuff. Beginning to kind of think I might need a coffee. Kind of sounds good. This week has been kind of a typical Indiana week, man, because we've had to put the AC on one day and then the furnace on the next. Okay, who is flipping a gasket here? So I guess Gabs is over the gut worms, and that's good. Like Newton still has some. Oh. This isn't good. Okay, who's close? Actually not a bad thing. I kind of wonder if maybe I should have let him do it. Is he okay now? I hate having to do that. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, that psychic drone shit's beginning to piss me off. give me something worth having. Ooh, this could be interesting. Animals. Is he 47? Oh, damn it, he's. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That's actually okay. Okay, so what's. Okay. I think I might be up for this. What is it? Leader of whatever recently rescued 6 Imperials from an enemy jail. He wants you to guard them until he can send a shuttle to collect them in 22 days. You must keep their mood, or keep the mood of the Imperials above 35%, and they will not do any work. I'll do it. I don't know if I'm going to regret this or not. Go ahead and do it. Alright. Okay, so it's Squint, Hess, Hook, Donk, Brock, and Lee. All over here, so. Squint. Thought I could potentially remember all that, but I don't think I can. Rock, S, E. I forgot this interface is alphabetized. Okay, and who's it? Hook. There we go. GD Psychic Drone is kicking our ass, man. Just imagine this is with those things. Whatchamacallit, those emanators. Now they're already bitching about being unhappy. Man, fuck you. It's that damn drone. Crap. And how long is it going to last? Muscle through it, man. There's nothing else you can do about it, I guess. One thing I've noticed about this game is that once you reach a certain point of development in it, the game's like functionality of buttons seems to degrade for some reason. It's weird. I don't know what it is, but you'll click on something and you'll know that you clicked on it, but it won't activate, you know. I've noticed that a few times. Actually, a lot of times. I know this much, man. If we ever get past this point and get that damn defense system arranged and get those parts that we need to be able to make our freaking mechs, it's going to be like a 180. Because I'm going to make so many of those damn things that it's just going to be like almost the entire base will be almost automated. Okay, guys, I'm going to put this on the slow speed. Go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right. Need to put some oil in my chair, lube or something. It's getting kind of squeaky. Well, it's nice to see that I can walk away from the base and not come back to to a crater. I think so. I'll give any credit, man. He's turned out to be one hell of a worker. Thank God. That stupid drone's finally ending. Wonder if we... Is that one of ours? I wonder if we need the bridge work now. I bet we don't. Where you go anywhere. Haha, alright. Good. Goody, 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 goody. In fact, I think we can probably... Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave those up for a little while longer. In fact... A few more here. So the more of these I make, the quicker we'll get done with getting this mud and shit taken care of. And the sooner we do that, the sooner we can start building on it, you know? Okay, if we're going to do this, we might as well go ahead and get going on it. Let me see here. So, let's pause here. Think real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and make slate walls right here, going forward, we're going to have nothing but um, auto doors. Okay. How are we going to... What are we going to do in here, though? That's the thing. Let's do this. These to get them deconstructed. Once we remove these, well, let's just focus on that for now. See how that goes. That and let me put down some slate. Good, because that'll give us something to use all of this slate on. So, and I've got a hell of a lot of it. On bulk good traders. I need you. I wish some of those rare exotic goods traders or whatever would come by too, so I could buy some more of those pollock seeds. You know, in a push come to shove type of scenario too, if I really wanted to, I could just dispose of some of the toxic waste packs by sending them up to the North Pole, or as close to the North Pole as my launchers could send them. I think I might be able to make it up to like maybe right here. But when you do that, though, if you've never played this game, here's why I keep talking about all these waste pack things. Okay, so in order for me to have mechanoids of my own that I can like automate to do stuff around my base, I've got to have these things called rechargers, and rechargers generate toxic waste packs for fucking whatever reason. Well, you got to get rid of the waste packs, because if you don't, they basically deteriorate and pollute your land. So you have some options. You can either basically try to use those Pollux trees if you have enough of them, but unfortunately, I don't even have remotely close to enough to probably deal with something like that. So the next option is to just launch them out of your base, and you can launch them wherever you want. But the problem in doing something like that is that the uh, the refugee dominion, which I think is the dominant faction, they'll get pissed off at you, and if you piss them off enough, they'll eventually come after you. And I don't really want to have to risk that. And so the only other option are these toxic waste pack disposal units, but you can't get those until you summon these fucking mechanoids that you then destroy, take chips from, research, and then use the chips to basically build these things that I'm talking about, these disposal unit things. And I don't want to take on those mechanoids yet that you summon without having an ample supply of defense systems. And that's the reason I'm kind of trying to build these things up as much as I can. It just sucks though, because I can't really recharge my bots without that. And unless you have a recharging station, it takes them a long time to get recharged. Because they're basically kind of like using solar panel or solar power or something like that to recharge with. Let's do some research here. Who else is somewhat decent in construction? So Espinoza, which I don't want. Kenzo, no. God, no. Kaufman. Oski, but he's out there. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and have him do it. Because right now, he's not really doing much because he's so backed up with the blocks and stuff that he doesn't really have the places and stuff to store the blocks that he would otherwise be cutting up. So I think what we'll do with him, I think it's a him. Is it a him? Yeah. What we'll do is we'll set him unrestricted. So I think that right now is what Gabs is. Right, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and move him up to here. I think Rachel might also be another one. Some construction shops. Yeah, she does. So I don't understand why I've been keeping her on deep drill, because right now we don't really need that. Let's go ahead and make her unrestricted. So Oski and Rachel are now unrestricted. I'm going to tell Rachel to... Actually, I want her to go ahead and have that as well. And the reason being is because we've got some places that need some mining around our wall and stuff. So let's go ahead and allow that. Let's see here. Who else? Do we have any others that are... I think we'll leave it at that. Unless we want to throw Jackie and Allie into it. It wouldn't hurt for them to get some more experience, wouldn't it? Rin. I tell you what, let's do Rin and Allie. Okay, so yeah, Rin and Allie. Where are they? Rin. Is this this will be good to start developing our colony a little more. So make that unrestricted and alley unrestricted. So there we go. Because I don't want to have to constantly depend on both Gabs or Cream or even Newton. You know, I'm going to try to start building up a construction crew here because we really need it, man. But I want to leave everyone else on ag detail or whatever else it is that they're on. And the thing is, I don't want to let the animals out just yet until I get this outer pen done, because I don't want them in here. I want to keep them try to keep them out here in the actual pen area, but I can't do that until I've got this freaking outer pen done. So hopefully with those additional people being assigned construction stuff, we'll be able to speed some things up here. Matthews is using that, I guess. You have intercepted a distress signal. A hostile shuttle carrying a whatever you say, however you pronounce that, master and 3 thralls is having trouble with its engines. You can use signals to draw it down to a crash near Luminous. Once the ship has crashed, you can fight whatever and his minions. If you can capture the master, you can force him to turn one of your colonists into a... No, why would I want that? That's those people where they're basically vampires. No, fuck that, man. Get real. present that almost as if that's something that you really, really want, you know? I think so. Oh, shit. It's key. It's kind of uncanny that I'm playing a game where I'm worrying about fence posts and stuff because I was just watching Yellowstone, season 2, I don't know, episode 1 or 2, and there's a scene in there where they're installing some fence. It's just kind of weird, you know. gonna be awesome. I could go ahead and make this just one giant rec room, and think about the room that I still have left to work with. It's gonna be badass, man. Every time I see the name Rachel, I think of the Dark Knight yelling Rachel. I think that even turned into a meme there for a while. I still have a shit ton of fence to make, man. That's old. Well, it would sure be nice to see a bulk good trader come around. And I need more horses. I keep thinking that sooner or later somebody will come into orbit, and when they do, man, we'll make some fat cash from it. Jesus, man. Serious pain. It's goddamn. kind of struggling right now, man. It's not really looking good. It'd be that bad if we could just get this stupid fence done. Get a break from these effing fires. Get a break from the gut worms. Get a break from this, and then get a break from that. Why is Pepper over in here? Doesn't make sense. He has a... X lever. Oh. Maybe that one will go. Fine. Either way, moving to here. Look, I feel like I can't, like, stop clicking shit over here. Alright, Gabsky Poo. Start making some progress here. What's that? Cream. Let's do this. I get that one. And now we're having another fight. Choose one thing for Clara. Construction. Greedy, slothful, ugly, bloodlust. From hurting people. Never minds the sight of blood or death. She's 4 times as likely to start a social fight. Needs a really impressive bedroom. This is who again? Clara. Even have to... I should be able to just say no thanks. I mean, you should at least provide me with something that's somewhat decent. So I'll just do this. Alright, anyway. Rachel, she's right there. Oski. Rachel. What was wrong with Squint? Matthews and Squint. Fighting people, I swear to God. Where is Halo? Where is he? He's taming a stallion. Sellers. Look at all these goddamn horses and cows. My God. You got a shit ton of them that are struggling too, man. It's looking good. Can't let them go outside. Can I? Maybe I can. Alright, we're gonna do it. Yes. Cows. Horses. I think I'm going to put the auto door right there. My God, I think it's dawned on me how many bedrooms I'm going to be able to make in this configuration. Because if I do something where I have kind of like a hallway for the colonists, what I can do is make it to where, like say for example, right to about right here, I'll have a hallway that goes up, and these can be split off into like maybe 3 bedrooms on each side. Look how many I'll be able to have. And this excludes like the utility rooms and stuff that I'm planning on making in throughout all of this too. I'm so happy I did this, man. This is gonna be fucking awesome. Just need to get this stupid fence shit done. And changing her up a little bit. Let's put the animals right, yeah. Focus solely on construction. Same with Ellie. Okay. Yes. Have to see the bot on it. Probably not gonna last very long, but it'll be welcomed help. So we can definitely use it. Guys, I think I'm going to end it right here. I'm getting kind of hungry, and there's another Trump rally that's going to start. It's the one that is over in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Man, you ought to see. I mean, I don't know. You can never really tell how things are going to shake out with these freaking presidential elections, man, because you just never know. I mean, I'll tell you straight up, I never thought that Trump would have beat Hillary Clinton back in 2016, and I never thought that he would have lost to freaking Biden. And I mean, I say what you want about elections. If I don't know if he was cheated or not. I do believe that there was some cheating. I just don't know how much of it constituted a, a stolen election. But whether it's cheating or whether it's because he got outvoted, the simple fact of the matter is that he lost either way. I mean, you can define that however you want to. You can define a loss however you want to, but the point is that he lost the White House. And me being a Trump supporter, it obviously pisses me off because I think he should have won it, but to each their own. But with this being said, though, man, here in a few days, I mean, you would think, judging from these massive rallies that this guy's throwing all the damn time. Because I'm sitting here looking at this RSBN chat right now, or this channel stream on YouTube right now, and you should see this freaking arena, man. It is packed. It looks like it's literally standing room only. I mean, it's just freaking insane. But I've learned in the past, back in 2020, at least, if there was any legitimacy to his elections, I've learned from that you can never ever base any kind of election outcome off of things that you see at these rallies, or the big caravans that his supporters create, or seeing old yard signs and all that kind of stuff. You just never really know. But again, though, that's all prefaced by whether or not these elections are legitimate in any capacity, really. So I don't really know what to expect, man. I don't think anybody really does. But I'll say this much, though. I do think that Kamala's got a lot of support. I don't know how much of it is actual legitimate support and not just, the NPC zombies that are just out there nodding their head to everything that the left says. Because I know that there's a lot of those types, man. Just like there's a lot out there for Trump, too, for that matter. So I know it goes kind of both ways. But I'll say this much, though. I think there's more of that on the Democrat side than there is the Republican side. I think, or at least I should say the conservative side, because I do believe that the conservatives tend to be a little more independent with their thought processes than the Democrats seem to be. But it's going to be interesting either way to see what happens. I've had the thought process that it'll probably be a miracle if Trump wins, just because of all of the stuff that he's against, or that he's up against, I mean. But that's definitely who I voted for, and I hope and pray that the guy wins. But if he doesn't, well, I don't know, man. If he doesn't win, I've kind of told myself that that'll be it for me. I don't think I'll ever vote again. You can call me a sourpuss, or you can call me a man of legitimate concerns, but out of all the stuff that I do see, from these rallies to the simple fact that I see so much fucking bullshit coming out from the left side, I see them getting away with murder, literally, and it's like I've said, if Trump loses, in my mind, it's going to represent the simple fact that the country's fucking lost. And then at that point, I mean, who knows what's going to happen. But if he wins, then that'll at least give me some hope that it's still possible to rebound from some of the lunacy that we're seeing. But either way, man, it's going to be an interesting sight to behold. So I guess we'll just kind of have to see what happens. But whether you're a Trump supporter or, a Biden supporter, or not a Biden supporter, but a Kamala supporter, whatever, hopefully there's no violence or any other kind of bullshit like that, and we just kind of move through it, muscle through it as best as we can. So I'll probably wind up making another episode tomorrow sometime. I need to get caught up on some rest, though, man. This week has been just nuts where rest is concerned. I mean, I haven't been sleeping very well, and I haven't been getting enough sleep. So I'm hoping to make up for that between now and tomorrow, and wake up tomorrow and jump back into all this. So let me make sure that this is saved. All right, got it saved, and I will see you when I see you. Guys, take care, man. Later.